What's up, people? Back with another reaction, back with some more Duran Duran, and we're going back to their 1981 self-titled album again. I cannot believe how good this album is, and it's funny because Rio, I sort of remember that title track, and I remember Hungry Like the Wolf, and once I heard it and kind of remembered, what it was called by experiencing it, Save a Prayer came back to me. Oh man, I remember that one too. I remember really enjoying that in my youth. But the tunes on this are striking me as less familiar from memory. Girls on Film is an exception. I definitely remember hearing Girls on Film as a kid, but every other one on here, it doesn't sound familiar by name. Now, the quality of the songs, I mean, Careless Memories, that just blew my mind. I absolutely love that song. Night Boat was fantastic as well. I love that sort of like, are we traveling to the hereafter? Are we traveling to our death? I love the sort of like dark ambiguity of that song. And yeah, I'm just really looking forward to going through the rest of this album. Oh, and Tel Aviv, that was like a really cool instrumental. Multiple people had requested that one, and that one did not disappoint. I did already react to Girls on Film and Planet Earth as part of the greatest compilation album, so there's a few that I've done in another context, so I think we have about half the album left. Anyone Out There, which is the one we're going to do now, To the Shore, and then Sound of Thunder and Friends of Mine. So a few of them left to go. I'm going to get through them all eventually. Let me know if there's anyone you're particularly excited for. It is interesting, now that some more Duran Duran people have started commenting on the channel. Respect and appreciation to all of you. I really do appreciate it. But it's interesting because it's beginning to emerge, some differences of opinion. Some people saying like, oh, I really do like this album, and other people saying, I like it, maybe not my favorite, but as with all Duran Duran albums, there's at least a few great songs, and other people, oh, wow, that's interesting, because I love that album. And then there was someone today who commented that, oh, hey, Paper Gods, I remember liking the song, but, now hearing it in this reaction, like, it's actually striking me like it's even better than I remembered it, which, don't get me wrong, that happens to me. I've been listening to some bands, like, very extensively for many, many years, some of the punk bands you see behind me, and, I'll go a while without listening to one of their albums, and then I take it out, and it's like, I know I like the song, I know I like the album, and then I hear it, it's like, oh man, like, I've been sleeping on this, I forgot how good this was. So I love that can happen for people who know Duran Duran's catalog better than I do, and I do appreciate how that works, because again, there are some other groups like Depeche Mode that I've been listening to a little more extensively over the years. But as I do this deep dive on Duran Duran, it is interesting to increasingly hear some differences of opinion in relation to particular songs or particular albums. But yeah, it does seem like this album is just widely hailed by most people out there as like, hey, this is just quality from start to finish. So let's get to it. This is Anyone Out There, the third tune on their 1981 self-titled album by Duran Duran. I like it already. I like that drum groove. I like the sort of ethereal pad. That nice little guitar groove. It feels like we're building up to something. Like this is the warm up. Not a good sign, my guy. Inside on that. Sort of wavy, ethereal pad in the back. A lot of atmosphere from that. love that, like, I don't know if it's like a push or that, like right at the measure transition, it does this kind of like, well, that was different, but that was a crazy drum roll. But yeah, this, some of the bar transitions, it's like, boom. The percussive flourishes are to be commended. I like this sort of stripped down groove in the section. The idea of like this partner, this person's no longer in their life, so now the night is in vain. What's the night even for if like you're not here anymore? Futile. Ugh, the bass. Love these sort of hanging vocals. Falling down on the rest of the track. Dude, the bass is just slaying the track. Wow. I'll admit, like I was hoping like there was more coming. The ending was a bit surprising to me. But yeah, that was great. I enjoyed it. It's interesting, like, the songs on this album have had a bit of a different flavor. Like Night Boat had a very different flavor than Careless Memories. So it's interesting, you know, I've heard before, as many of you have talked about, that like some of their different albums kind of take on a certain sound as sort of the overriding theme. But this one, it really has like a more varied feel. But yeah, again, maybe like once I start to understand the larger discography and, you know, go through more and more of their albums piece by piece, I'll begin to understand that, you know, even within the context of being diverse, it still fits into like a certain style of theirs relative to other albums. So yeah, let me know what you think about that one. I don't know why, but there's been multiple tunes from their early period lately where the bass playing is like really standing out to me, and that was another example. It just seemed to get more and more forceful as the track went on. I would like to catch some more of the lyrics. I feel like some of the themes are coming across to me. It's clearly like, you know, a relationship, an intimate connection has ended, and this person is sort of lamenting what the world has become, and, you know, he's trying to reach out to this other person, but he's just on the line. It's just ringing and ringing and ringing, and he's not able to make that connection either, you know, technologically or interpersonally. But yeah, I think there's still some elements there that I'm maybe not privy to, or I haven't picked up on, so I got to listen to it some more, let it wash over my brain a few more times. But yeah, let me know if you have some insight about the lyrics, or just, you know, you want to talk about some of the sonic elements, or if there's another tune that I've yet to get to that you're particularly excited to see a reaction to. But yeah, like I said, I'm loving this album. Of the songs so far, I gotta say, like, Careless Memories and Night Boat are probably my two favorites so far, but we'll see how that evolves as I continue to go through the rest of the album. But yeah, let me know what you think. Let me know if you have a request. Other than that, thank you for listening and watching, and I will see you next time.